What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel, where today I have asked on my different social medias, Instagram, TikTok, everything, about what is your lot's favourite UK roller coasters. So basically what I've done is I basically asked all you lot to comment on all my stuff, telling me what was your favourite ride and why. I've got a lot on Instagram with a lot of explanations, so I'll talk you through some of the explanations now of what people's favourite UK roller coasters are and why. So let's get into it. So we had 140 votes, which is, very, very good amount. For 24 different roller coasters are included in the list, which, that's quite a big amount, to be fair, for 140 votes. So obviously you can already imagine what the, the most popular rides are going to be. Let's talk through some of the responses I got on Instagram and TikTok, and yeah, let's see what they say. I'll try to include as much as I can, but obviously some are the same as others, so I'll try and put as much in as I can, so yeah. So we got JKW16 here saying Smiler because of how intense it is, and those airtime hills looks amazing to off-ride too. Oh, fully. Honestly, some of the off-ride footage you can get on Smiler is just chef's kiss. Like, it's so good. The angles I got with using the gimbal, my camera, just, it's so nice. It's such a good ride off-ride. I think it should get repainted as well one day to yellow and black. Because obviously, the track's looking a bit at the moment. It's nothing bad. It's just a bit rusty, a bit faded. So if they could bring back that, I think what's it called, Lost Gravity, Wallaby Holland, that looks absolutely insane. And they felt the Smiler could have that. So we've got Secret Weapon Echo, Colossus because it's a cool theme, intensity, cool layout, and it's amazing design. This is true. So I'll have to disagree. I mean, obviously Colossus is quite nice off-ride. It's got a beautiful colour scheme. It's got, the track is actually got a nice layout off-ride. But when you're on it, it's a complete different story. Like, honestly, that ride, it's so rough. And it just isn't nice. The restraint's too bulky and they need to get rid of it. They need to do something with it because it's just not a nice ride at the moment. I can agree with, the off-ride, but it's not intense either, really, is it? Let's face it. But it's a nice off-ride. It's pleasing, visually pleasing, but not Colossus, no. So moving on to the next comment, we've got Lewis McIntyre 8. He said Nemesis because it's such a classic. It's so intense, and I love it to bits. I have to agree. Honestly, Nemesis is such a classic. The Wardley classic, the Wardley boy, as I call it. And I get quite a lot of verbal comments coming towards me because I've called it the Wardley boy, and everyone's like, oh, it's not just the only Wardley coaster in the whole of it. And I'm like, I know, I just call it the Wardley boy because it's what I've always called it. I don't know, it's just something I've called it. I'm like, it's the Wardley boy to me, that's what I call it, so I don't know. But yeah, 100%, honestly, it's such a classic, it's so intense, it's got such a good layout, it's such a great ride, Nemesis is. That's why it ranks just at number 3 for me. It used to be number 1 for so long, and then this year, Smiler's honestly been blowing me away. For how intense and just beauty of a ride that is, and obviously Icon, just it's such a good ride. Icon is, you can't be Icon. Like, there's nothing like the layout of that ride and the intensity of it is just, it's ridiculous. I've also heard rumours that they're going to be charging £25 for Enso, which, if that's true, I'm maybe one time, but I'm not going to be going a lot. 25 quid's mad. I can't see it being 20. Maybe I'd say most I'd fully pay for it's like tenner. So we've got Coaster Chicken, who says Wicker Man just as the full package. Theme is brilliant, thrilling, and the effects too. Honestly, Wicker Man, the first year I rode it was number 1 for me. I don't know why. I just absolutely adored it. It was smooth. It was, it had the whole theme to it. It was just incredible. I mean, to this day, still, it's an amazing ride. I just don't know why I rated it so high to begin with, because it's not really that thrilling. It's not very intense or anything. It is great when you're on it, obviously, but it doesn't have a lot of airtime. It doesn't have all these stuff I enjoy, and it's a family coaster at the end of the day. I mean, obviously, if they made a large-scale GCI at like 4 or something, it would be amazing. I really want to go on Troy. It's such a good ride, Wicker Man is, but it's starting to get a bit rough now. The theme's still amazing. They're still keeping that area top quality. I expected the pre-show to stop working. Obviously they had to rule it out because of COVID, but it's come back now and it does look amazing. But it's the station, the smells and everything. It's just a whole like, you know, package in that area, and it's something we've never seen really before, apart from, you know, something like Swarm. But it's taking it to another level. If they can make Exodus at Thorpe Park on this level, then there's no doubt it'll be, you know, UK #1 for most people. But saying about Exodus, there's a lot of controversial opinions on that. I'll probably make a new video soon about that as well, but you can't say until you've ridden it really. But let's see what that's going to happen with that. So yeah. So we've got one from Mia Pender Gast, who says Saw at Thorpe Park because there's so many unexpected thrills. Honestly, that indoor bit on Saw is amazing. Where you know, if you've never been on Saw, obviously you're never going to know about the first drop. It's like, whoa, that was just came out of nowhere. Like the drops, and it actually is really does pack a bit into that drop. Like, it's a really good drop. I do enjoy it a lot. And then obviously you go into, you know, Heartline Roll, and when you go around the back of the woods, you don't know about half the stuff that's going to be there unless you know the layout yourself. Like, it is a good ride. I used to hate it, like I say. It used to be my least favourite roller coaster in the UK, which is now Infusion, if you don't know. Actually, no. Yeah, no. I was going to say Eurocoaster, but it's not really a UK coaster, it's a travelling coaster. But no, Infusion's definitely the worst in the UK. It's so rough, but yeah, Saw's been really impressing me. The amount of intensity in it, the layout, and it's got smoother. It really has got smoother, and I'm really starting to enjoy Saw for what it is. So the theme's amazing as well. So it's a win-win really with Saw. But yeah, I can understand why most people do enjoy Saw. Obviously, it is a bit rough, but it's getting smoother. It's getting better. Let's move on to the rankings then. So, as I've already told you, I basically asked TikTok, Instagram and YouTube, I believe it was, what your favourite UK coaster is, and give me an explanation as well. So we had 140 people vote in total, which is a very decent number, you know. Yeah, this is very basic. So I'll tell you my top 10 very quickly. So my top 10 is very quick. We've got number 10 is Shockwave, number 9 is Oblivion, number 8 is Nemesis Inferno, number 7 Millennium, 6 Saw, 5 The Swarm, 4 Stealth, 3 Nemesis, 2 Smiler, and number 1 Icon. So yes, that's my top 10. I was very surprised when I was listing out what the top 10 was like with the percentages and everything. So yeah, I mean, there's a couple on there which are a bit controversial. But yeah, so 24 different coasters, 140 votes, and this is what we got. So 10th is all of these. We got Storm Chaser, Flying Fish, don't know how that made the Odyssey, Oblivion, Octonauts, Mumbo Jumbo, Accelerator, Nemesis Inferno, Shockwave, Millennium, Galactica, Rita and Kamali. So they all got 1 vote, which was 1% of the vote. See, there's a couple controversial ones in there, which are probably Flying Fish and Octonauts, but obviously some people are just saying it for the meme. But hey ho, let's move on. So this is I don't know how this has got 2 votes, to be honest with you, unless someone's about 6 and never really been on any big coasters. At number 9 we've got Troublesome Trucks at Drake Manor, which received 2 votes. Now, I don't know who's voting for that, but great ride. We love Troublesome Trucks. We do love a bit of Troublesome Trucks, but not enough for it to be my favourite roller coaster. But yeah, moving on. So at number 8 we've got Big One. So I don't personally love Big One. I don't really like it. It's very rough, and you don't get any airtime. I mean, you get someone in the background that first drop. Don't get me wrong, that first drop is ridiculous, but apart from that, it's a monorail, like everyone called it. It's a monorail. There's nothing more to it. It is a monorail. But what can you say? Some people love it. Some people clearly don't have any bones in their body for, you know, to call it their number 1. So at number 7 we have Saw and Colossus. They both received 5 votes each, which is 4% of the votes. Saw, I can see why a lot of people like. Well, 5 people like it, but Colossus again, I don't understand what goes through your mind for Colossus to be number 1 when you've literally got, in the same part, you've got Stealth, you've got Swarm. Like, how can you prefer something that literally gives you pain? I don't know, but 5 votes for each. So I understand Saw, but not Colossus. That needs to just go in the bin, to be honest with you. But yeah, so at number 6 we have Wicker Man, which gained a total of 6 votes, or 5% of the votes. Now I understand why a lot of people like Wicker Man. Like I said earlier, it's great for the theming. It is good it's just up to a point where it's good. Like, there's not, the whole ride doesn't stand out to me. It's decent. Like, it's just the theming which wins it for a lot of people. If you like your themes, then I understand why. But for me, I'm not about theming. I like my thrills. I'm a thrill seeker, not theme park infused, like theme park seeker. I'm a lot more thrills. I love thrill rides. So yeah, like, I don't really take in much theming. I've more taken the thrill of the ride. I don't look around. That's what I personally enjoy. I know a lot of people like different stuff, but yeah, that's the way I am. So yeah. So at number 5 we have Stealth, which gained 11 votes, or 8% of the votes, which is a very good number, to be fair. I can see why a lot of people do love Stealth. I love Stealth. It's my favourite thought coaster. It's just that intensity on the launch. It's like nothing else you can experience in the UK. Like, it just blows you away every single time. And then coming over the top of that, just top hat, getting all the airtime on the way down, like, it's incredible. Let's face it, it's such a good ride. For opening in 2005 as well, what, that's 16 years old now? Like, it's still just incredible. Like, beautiful ride and can't go wrong with it. It's my favourite in Thorpe Park, so it was my favourite in the UK for a while as well. So, and then at number 4 we have the Swarm, which got 14 of the votes, and that equates to 10%, obviously, because it's 440. So yeah, but I can see why the Swarm's a lot of people's favourite ride. Same with Wicker Man. Theme is amazing. The coaster itself is amazing as well. Like, the amount of intensity you do get on the ride, like, you know, I constantly grow out on it. The helix is amazing. The theme as well. It's such a well-made coaster. Swarm is. I do hope Exodus can be somewhat of the same as, like, with the theming and everything. Just, they smashed out the park for what we did with that one. So yeah. And then at number 3 we have Nemesis, which got 22 votes in total, or 16% of the votes. Now, I didn't think Nemesis was going to do that amazing, but you know, the UK theme park enthusiast, the whole, you know, every UK theme park enthusiast absolutely worships the ground that the Nemesis is on. I do as well. I love the ride. It's incredible. Number 3 for me as well. It's absolutely incredible. The ride is just non-stop, and the interactivity with the rocks and the headbangers, everything. It's ridiculous. Like, John Wardley masterpiece. Like, you can't go wrong with it. So at number 1 with 31 of the votes. Number 2 comes very close to 27. So number 1 is the Smiler. So yeah, Icon obviously coming very close. Both amazing rides, and they are the best roller coasters in the UK. Smiler's a non-stoppable ride, and Icon's same. Just beauties of rides, and you can't go wrong with them. Both of them amazing, and I can see why they're both number 1 and 2, but Smiler just wins it. So yeah, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and I'll be making a new video very soon about the new ride coming to Thorpe, Exodus, in a bit more detail. I've been Themeparkfaulk. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.